Video opens with you sitting in a modern, well-lit office or study space. A whiteboard or digital screen is visible in the background. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about something that most people are terrified of: debt. The word itself probably makes you cringe a little, right? We're taught from a young age that debt is bad, that it's a financial trap we should avoid at all costs. But what if I told you that's only half the story? What if I told you that some of the wealthiest people in the world actively use debt to build their fortunes? Today, we're going to shatter that old myth and uncover the powerful secret to building wealth in 2025 and beyond. Understanding the massive difference between good debt and bad debt. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll look at debt in a completely new way, not as a monster under the bed, but as a potential tool in your financial toolkit. So, let's get right into it. What exactly makes a debt bad? It's actually pretty simple. Bad debt is any money you borrow to buy things that lose value over time and don't generate any income. Think about it. Credit card debt is the classic example. You swipe your card to buy a new TV, a fancy dinner, or a vacation. Those things are great, but they don't put any money back in your pocket. Instead, you're left paying interest, often at ridiculously high rates, on an item that's worth less and less every single day. That new phone you bought, it lost 20% of its value the second you walked out of the store. This is what we call depreciating assets. Other examples of bad debt include most personal loans for non-essential items and high-interest car loans for vehicles that are more about luxury than utility. Bad debt is like a leak in your financial boat. It slowly drains your resources and makes it incredibly difficult to get ahead. It serves consumption, not investment. Now, let's flip the script and talk about the exciting part: good debt. This is where the magic happens. Good debt is money you borrow to purchase an asset that has the potential to increase in value or generate income for you. Instead of draining your wallet, good debt can actually help you build wealth over time. The key difference is that you're not just spending money, you're investing it. A perfect example is a mortgage on a rental property. You borrow money from the bank to buy a house and then you rent it out. The rent you collect from your tenant can cover the mortgage payment, property taxes, and other expenses. Any money left over is positive cash flow, income in your pocket. And on top of that, the property itself is likely to appreciate in value over the years. You're using the bank's money, what we call leverage, to build your own equity and create a passive income stream. That's a powerful concept. But real estate isn't the only game in town. Another fantastic example of good debt is a student loan used to finance a degree in a high-demand field. Now, I know student loans get a bad rap, and for good reason in many cases. But if you're strategic, it can be a phenomenal investment in yourself. Let's say you take out a loan to become a software engineer or a registered nurse. That education directly increases your earning potential for the rest of your life. The higher salary you'll command will allow you to pay off the loan and still have significantly more income over your career than you would have without the degree. You're borrowing money to buy an asset, in this case valuable skills and knowledge, that generates a substantial return. The same logic applies to taking out a business loan. If you have a solid business plan and borrow money to buy equipment, inventory, or expand your operations, that debt is fueling growth and future profits. You're using leverage to scale your income potential. So, how do we put this knowledge into action in 2025? The strategy is twofold. First, aggressively eliminate your bad debt. And second, strategically acquire good debt. Let's start with tackling the bad stuff. The first step is to get a clear picture of what you owe. List out all your credit cards, personal loans, and any other high-interest debts. Note the balance and the interest rate for each. Now, you need a plan of attack. Two popular methods are the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. With the debt snowball, you focus on paying off the smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate. This gives you quick psychological wins, building momentum and motivation. With the debt avalanche, you prioritize paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first. Mathematically, this saves you the most money in the long run. Choose the method that works best for your personality. The most important thing is to start and be consistent. Cut up those credit cards if you have to. The goal is to plug the leaks in your financial boat as quickly as possible. Once you've made progress on eliminating bad debt, you can start thinking about strategically using good debt to build wealth. This doesn't mean running out and getting a loan tomorrow. It requires careful planning and research. If you're considering real estate, start by educating yourself. Learn about your local market, how to analyze deals, and what makes a good rental property. Run the numbers over and over again. Does the potential rent cover all expenses and leave you with positive cash flow? Are you prepared for potential vacancies or unexpected repairs? If you're thinking about a business loan, is your business plan rock solid? Do you have a clear path to profitability? And if you're considering student loans, research the career prospects and average salaries for the field you want to enter. Is the return on investment there? The key is to be an investor, not a gambler. Good debt is a calculated risk taken to acquire an income-producing or appreciating asset. You must do your homework to ensure the odds are stacked in your favor. Let's recap the core idea here. The secret isn't to avoid all debt. It's to become financially literate enough to distinguish between the two types. Bad debt buys liabilities, things that take money out of your pocket. Good debt buys assets, things that put money into your pocket. Think of it like this. A rich person might have millions in debt, but that debt is tied to a portfolio of apartment buildings, businesses, and other investments that generate far more in income than the debt costs. They're using the bank's money to get richer. Meanwhile, someone struggling financially might have just a few $1,000s in debt, but it's all on high-interest credit cards used for consumption. That debt is making them poorer every single month. It's not about the amount of debt, it's about the purpose of the debt. By focusing on eliminating your bad debt and carefully planning your use of good debt, you fundamentally change your financial trajectory from one of consumption to one of investment and wealth creation. This mindset shift is truly the key to unlocking financial freedom. Start seeing every dollar you have and even every dollar you could borrow as a little soldier. Is that soldier going out to buy you a temporary pleasure and then disappearing? Or is it going out to build a fortress of wealth and bring back more soldiers for you? That's the question you need to ask yourself. In 2025, with interest rates and the economic landscape always shifting, being strategic is more important than ever. Don't be afraid of debt, but be incredibly smart about it. Use it as a tool, not a crutch. Build your financial education, create a plan, and start making your money, and even other people's money, work for you. That's all for today, everyone. I hope this has given you a new perspective on debt and a clear path forward. It's a powerful concept that can truly change your financial life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our future videos on building wealth and achieving financial independence. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Do you have a story about paying off bad debt or using good debt to your advantage? Let's share and learn from each other. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.